All right, hello. We're here to talk about the matrix operations on calculators. Today we have ti-84 and ti-89. They're pretty much both opposite ends of the spectrum of the ti-80 calculators. If you know how to use an 84 or an 89, then you should be able to figure out how to use an 85, 86, 87, or whatever. So I'm going to first talk about the ti-84, okay, which is a lot more simpler to use than the 89. Now, first, to make a matrix, okay, you want to go to the home screen and press the second button, and then the matrix blue button, which is you can see is right above the x to the negative first power. You press second, then that. Okay, now. As you can see three choices: names, math, and edit. First, you want to go to edit to make your matrices. Now, first, let's say we go to A, which is right now it's a 4x4, but you just press enter. Now you can choose whether you want to make it a 3x4 or a 2x4. Okay, but right now we're just going to make it a 4x4. Now you keep pressing enter, okay, till you get to the choices in the matrix. Now you put in whatever number you want, like a 1, and then press enter, and he goes to the next choice in the row. But right now we're going to make it all zeros, and you just keep pressing enter for each of these, alright, until you're done, okay, and you can choose whatever you want it to be. Now after that you press quit, okay. Now we're going to do that again, but let's say we're going to go edit a B one, which this one is just 4x5 with random numbers that we added. Okay, and let's say now we have two matrices, A and B. Okay, if we wanted to add both the matrices or multiply them, all you have to do is press second matrix. Now at names you press enter for which one you want. So let's say we want A. We want to multiply that by matrix B. Okay. Now remember, you can't multiply two matrices together unless their inner row and column are the same number. So this is 4x4 and this is 4x5. So these work. All right. So press enter for B, and you press enter again, just like you would, normal multiplication with like 2 times 2. Okay. Now as you can see, these are all 0 because my matrix A was all 0 coefficients. Now, other things you can do is you can go to the math. All right, there's different choices here, like determinants. What is this called? Transpose. And different things like row echelon form and reduced row echelon form. Okay. Now these are very similar to like that of sine and cosine functions. All right. So let's say like we want to find the reduced row echelon form of matrix B. Okay. First you have to go to names. You press. Actually no. You go to math. All right. You go to reduce row echelon form. You press enter. Okay. Now you go back to the matrix and you go to B. Press enter. Finish that parenthesis, press enter again, and it'll give you the reduced row echelon form of that matrix. All right. Other things like the transpose. Okay, we do have to go to B first. All right, and then and go to the matrix. Then we go to the matrix again. Go to math and go to the number 2, which is transpose, and you see there. That's like B with the transpose T. All right, you don't have to add you don't have to make it to the power of anything, but then you press enter, okay, and it gives you the transpose. Now I'm gonna let you talk to Ben to show you what the ti-89.
Alright, here we have the ti-89, and it's got a little bit more detailed, like you can do a lot more stuff with it. Now to start off, like here's the home screen. To get to the matrix, you got to hit this apps button, go to apps, and then you go to data matrix selection. You click enter, and you go down to new to make a new matrix. And right here, you got to make sure you go to the matrix, set the type as a matrix, or else you will run into lots of problems. It won't even let you do anything. You got to give it a variable name. Let's just say XY. And you go to your dimensions and your row dimension. Let's just make a 3 by 3 to be simple. You hit enter, and it'll bring you to your matrix. You can plug in just whatever numbers you want into those. I mean, anything. And once you have your matrix set, then we can just start going through and doing whatever you want to it. You just hit enter, you go out to your home screen. Now you can you go second, math, which is 5 here, and to go down to 4, which is your matrix operations, and you can do whatever. You can find the determinant, just go to determinant, and now to call up your matrix, you got to hit the second button and then variable link right here in the minus. Variable link, and you got to go find what variable you saved it as. So we saved it as XY. So there it is. Close the parenthesis. So the determinant of our matrix was 0. All other things you can do. Second math. Go down to matrix. Let's put it in reduced row echelon form. And variable link. Go down to our XY. And there's our matrix in reduced row echelon form. Now the ti-89 has a lot more options in this matrix button than does the 84. We have all of these. As you can see, one thing that's great is your eigenvalues and eigenvectors. If you've gotten there yet, it will calculate them for you. That huge, long, drawn-out process. It makes it real nice and simple. If we go down, find our variable again. Close the parenthesis, and there are your eigenvalues. So one thing about the ti-89 though, these aren't nice numbers. It tends to do that, so you might want to go through it the hard way and check just to make sure, because sometimes it comes out a little funny. Now to run through how to make it again, we're at the home screen, go to data matrix, and we can go down to new, and make sure you switch it to your matrix operation. Give it a variable name. Let's go YZ this time. We want it to be a 4 by 3. Just enter whatever numbers you want. And then you can go home and you can do whatever you want with it. To math, go put it in matrix, reduced row, variable link, go down to your whatever you saved it as. Right there, YZ. You got to make sure you close the bracket. And there it is in reduced row. And that's how you use the ti-89.
And an 84.